Right. So, where were we? The Acolyte. Right, we'll do the review of The Acolyte. We'll get that out of the way. Hopefully it won't last long because it was a short episode. Less than 30 minutes. It was just over 30 minutes with the credits. So I think it was something like 28-minute episode, something like that. But something was pointed out. First time I saw it was on... I forgot what they called it. The Real BBC, Nerdrotic and Az and Marla, an X-Ray Girl. On the Real BBC, this was the first time I've seen it. The name of the two main characters from The Acolyte, Osha and May, apparently, I don't know if this is true or not, may just be a coincidence, but it's a pretty big coincidence if you ask me, is from a soap company, and I will demonstrate. There we go. A Canadian soap company. It's like a herbal soap. Osha May. There it is, in big letters. There, you can see it there. Look, Osha May. The two main characters. So does this mean Leslie Headland uses Osha May, or did Osha May pay Leslie Headland? Is The Acolyte sponsored by a soap company from Canada that does herbal soaps? I have no idea. I'm sure they'll say it's just a coincidence. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. And also another thing, while we're at it, there's a lot of talk about a particular character that appears in this episode of The Acolyte. Spoilers. We'll get to it eventually. I was going to save it until we got to it in the episode, but I get it out of the way now because I'll forget. You know what I'm like. A prequel trilogy character is in it called, well, we all know him, Ki-Adi-Mundi. Master Ki-Adi-Mundi is in it. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? That fella is worried about a Wookiee in this one as well, oddly enough. He appears in this, and it's before he were born, but it's not complicated, but it's annoying. Right, so if we look at the Wikipedia entry for Ki-Adi-Mundi, a lot of people say, no, they've changed the Wikipedia entry. They haven't. There's just two entries. There's two entries for Ki-Adi-Mundi, and I think there always has been. There's a canon entry and a legends entry. So in the canon entry, it does talk about, it says there, look, Acolyte, contains spoilers for the Acolyte, and it does talk about here in 132 before the Battle of Yavin is when the Acolyte is sent. He was a Jedi Master. So there we go. In 132 BBY, we're a Jedi Master. But if you look in the Legends thing, he was born in 93 BBY. 39 years? Is it 39? I'm no good at maths. 39 years after the events of the Acolyte. So what do you believe? What do you believe? And apparently that birth date comes from the Phantom Menace Illustrated Dictionary. Aren't they supposed to be like canon? I don't know, these things that are released. Obviously not. So he were alive before he were born. So I just thought I'd get that in. But I suppose this is classed as legends, so they've changed it now. So he wasn't born in 93 BBY. He was born before that and played by somebody else. So I thought I'd get that out of the way. Right, on to the thingamabob. No, there is no source material. That's true. There's no source material, is there? They haven't got hundreds of books and stuff to fall back on and all that stuff, as Kathleen Kennedy said. Right, the episode. Let's get on with it, shall we? Right, we begin on the planet Kofar, another new planet. Can't complain that they're not using new planets, but anyway, could do if we wanted. This is where the Jedi, the Wookiee Jedi Kel Nacker is living. If it's working, shush. There we go. Come on, you're gonna do it. Why are you not skipping? Unbelievable. Why is it not skipping? There's always something in. Oh, it is now. It took its time, didn't it, to catch up there? Unbelievable. There he is. Here he is in his Jedi robes. There he is. Going to his little hidey hole. Whatever the hell it is. Is it a crashed ship or is it a ruin or what? I don't know. But there he is going in there. And And we see him getting about his thing. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Then we can see him doing his thing, and as we notice, he's got lots of artwork on the walls of his domicile, oddly reminiscent of what we saw in the previous episode. Remember, in episode 3, we were back in time on that other planet, which name I've forgotten, with the witches, and they had these like spiral patterns on, that painted on the north. So got all that. Why he's done that? Dunno. Just as. It's okay. I just don't want to ruin it. If you clip this out, Popcast left mine up for a whole stream once. It's easily done. It's easily done. Anyway, right. So that's what we saw him doing. All that. Look, there we go. There he is in his little his cooking things, and it looks like he's let his hair. Has it? Oh no, he hasn't. He's still got a shaved head at the side. Must be woke. Again, I think played by Jonas Suatumo, however you pronounce it. I don't know if it's Kelnacker's a male or female Wookiee. No idea. I haven't looked it up. So I'm going to look it up now, actually. Now, let's have a look. Kelnacker. Right, Kelnacker. There we go. Kelnacker. He is a he. Right, he, him. Right, okay, fair enough. It's a he. Right. Now I know. Then we're going to see his artwork, because he's obviously still thinking about what happened 16 years earlier on that other planet. And then we cut to Coruscant. I know it's Coruscant because it tells us, look. They keep telling us everywhere. We know it's Coruscant, for Christ's sake. Anyway, here we see, what's her name? Jeckie? I think it's Jeckie. Daphne Keane. I forgot the name of her, who she played in Logan. X-23, something like that, I don't know. Doing a practicing with the other Padawans. And then we see Osha, one half of the soap, watching on. Here's the Jedi Master instructing them. Looks familiar. Don't know. I've probably seen him in Game of Thrones or something like that. He's got one of those faces, hasn't he? I bet he's been on the wall or somewhere like that. I don't know. It'll be on IMDb or somewhere. Who is? I don't know. I can't be bothered looking. And then they have a really awkward conversation. By the way, I've got subtitles on. Get subtitles on. There we go. Really awkward. The dialogue in this episode is bloody awful. But talk about George. George can't write dialogue. George's dialogue is miles better than what we get in this episode. It's really awkward and stilted dialogue. There we go. Thank you for helping me find my sister, prove my innocence, clear my name. But surely the fact that she were light years away on a ship with lots of witnesses, when this other... Oh, I don't know. But anyway, it's stupid. Anyway, she's there. She's saying she's leaving now because they don't need her anymore, so she's bogging off to somewhere else. Maybe she's going to go back to that other ship. I don't know. And Jackie says she assumed she were going to stay until they apprehended May. But anyway. Right. You mourn the years lost between the two of you. For God's sake. Right. And then we cut back to Kofar again. And this is ship rumbling. This is May and Kimia arriving on Kofar. They're looking for Kelnack. And remember, they've got to kill him. And remember, she's got to kill him without a weapon. And apparently she hasn't done it yet. Apparently poisoned in the previous Jedi. Tobin, whatever he's called. Poisoning him, the poison was classed as a weapon. So I don't know what she's supposed to use. Maybe force choke. I don't know. But is the force a weapon? I don't know what she's supposed to do. Maybe she's got to beat him to death. I don't know. But then the hands are weapons. Well, everything's a weapon, innit? So, but she's supposed to kill the Jedi without a weapon to please the master, whoever that is. Yes, kill him with kindness. Or chocolate. Yeah, that'd do. Don't get me started. I've got a lovely chocolate bar over there that I'm dying to eat. A mint arrow. But anyway, I'm going to go get it now and show you. This is my treat for after the show. There we go. A mint aero. I really like them. But that's for later. Anyway, right. Where were we? Yes, so they're here to get Kelnacker. Oh, dear. And apparently, Kimia knows the way somehow to where Kelnacker is. He says he's been there before, or something like that. Nobody else knows the way. Even the Jedi don't know the way. We'll learn. But anyway. She's saying that you went in there and risked your life for my master. And I think he says, no, I did it for you or something like that. Is that what he says? I forgot what he says. There we go. To help her. Obviously, I think we're supposed to think that Kimia is going to end up being the master, Smilo Ren. I don't know. The point, all the big arrows are pointing at him. This is the master, but I don't think it's going to be. I think they're going to change it. It could be anybody. I suspect it's going to be. It's either going to be somebody that's dead, like I don't think it'll be Torben or Kelnacker. I think it'll be somebody like. It could be like what's the face? I've got bloody name. Indara, Carrie-Anne Moss, or somebody we've never heard of. I was watching. What were I watching? I think it was Geeks and Gamers Daily. They were talking about it, and I put in the chat that nobody ever notices because it goes too fast. But anyway, in the chat that it could be the green farty thing from the Acolyte. Remember that? That were like an inquisitor or something like that. That when they killed him, whatever, it just turned into a green fart. It could be that, for all I know. Anywho, so they're off. Right, there we go, titles. Right, here we go, there's Ki-Adi-Mundi, look. Somebody mentioned Plo Koon's in it as well, but I never noticed. He's not in the IMDb cast list, but Ki-Adi-Mundi is in the list, the cast credits at the end, I checked. And it is Ki-Adi-Mundi. 40 years-ish before he were born. If you believe legends. Is that a bloody sand? Looks like a bloody sand person, doesn't it? A Tusken Raider, but I don't think it is. Here they are in the Jedi whatever room, control room. I don't know, but look, he's got. It looks totally different because he's played by a different character, a different actor. I've forgotten. Originally played by Silas Carson, one in the prequels. This is somebody. Is it Derek Arnold or somebody like that? Maybe Silas Carson's not around anymore, or wasn't available, or is aged out. I don't know. Oh no, there he is. He's not a Tusken Raider. It's me. Is it Phil Tippett? I don't know. Or me. Anyway, they're talking about May, by the way. She's not disciplined, and they're talking about who trained her and all that stuff, and then they're talking about who she's after. So obviously, two are dead. Indara and Torben, and they're after Kelnacker, and also Saul, and there's Leslie E. Headland's wife over there as Venestra Rowe. It's okay, Fantastic Beasts had McGonagall in the movie as a teacher way before she was around. Is that true? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm not up on Harry Potter lore. Oh, well, McGonagall in Fantastic Beasts? Can't remember. I've watched all them films as well. I quite like them films as well. And I still maintain that, I forgot his name, him that played the main character, because I've started the camera, I'm blanking. Eddie Redmayne, he'd have made an amazing Doctor, Doctor Who. But anyway. Anywho, where were we? Right. So, anyway, they're going to send out a squad to go and find Kelnacker and protect him. So that's what they're going to do. Without Sol. And it's another one where they mention, I was thinking, you think a Jedi taught. They don't mention the Sith. Because remember, the Sith haven't been around for 1,000 years. Well, 900 years-ish when this is here. When Jude Law was teaching at Hogwarts, he referred to a woman as McGonagall. Oh, right, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Where were we? Yes. So it says, you think a Jedi taught her, and somebody else, could there be a splinter group? Talking about Jedi splinter groups. So, there you go. Anyway, so they're going to send somebody. There we go. Master Holden extract Kelnacker from his post. I thought he was in hiding. I thought he'd gone away. I thought he'd buggered off and hid away. But looked like it, didn't it? But it's from his post. They also mention that on the other planet, which I can't remember the name of, in last week's episode, where we saw Kelnacker, Sol, Indara and Torbin, where they went to the Witcher's Fortress, the highly flammable stone-hewn fortress. Apparently they were posted there as well. It says in this, they were posted there. So did they live there all the time? They must have done. Anyway. Right, so extract Kelnacker, intercept Mace, that's what they're going to do. But Sol's not going with them, and he's got to plead with her like this to be allowed to go. So, there you go. Let me be the one to bring her in, and she reluctantly agrees. Right, alright, back on Kofar. How do you kill a Jedi without a weapon, asks Kimir. Or is it Quimir? Sorry. I'm talking about you engage unarmed, but can you use their saber if you disarm them? I mean, she engaged Torbin unarmed. He killed himself. Doesn't that count? Obviously not. By the way, apologies. I'll be burping and all sorts tonight. 'Cause I've eaten something, maybe yesterday or the day before, that's sitting really heavy, and it's playing havoc with me, my innards, and I don't know what it is I've eaten. I don't remember eating anything, iffy. But there's something. It's given me what I call popcorn burps. But burps that taste of popcorn, even though I've not had any. Maybe it's a sign that I've got cancer. I don't know. But anyway, right. So. There she's saying she didn't fail, she killed Indara and killed Torbin. And then, how does he reply? But you killed them your way, like Frank Sinatra. So they want to please the Master, and he wants the Master. Remember the speech in episode, whatever, 1, 2? It'd been episode 2, wouldn't it? Was it? I don't know. Whatever. Which we're talking to the Master, and he was saying, steel or laser won't defeat a Jedi. We found out in episode 1 that steel will defeat a Jedi. And we find out in this one, spoilers, laser will defeat a Jedi. But anyway, they're heading into the woods. You have to kill the Wookiee without a weapon. You can defeat him at chess. Oh dear. Right, so back at they're talking about what's the face, Osha, being really fond of Sol. Right, back on Coruscant, Osha's getting ready to head out. She must be at the spaceport or something, and Sol finds her and talks her into going with them. So she said, all right then. It doesn't take much talking into, so off she goes. Right, they're off. They're on the way through hyperspace, losing their hearts to a Starship Trooper. Have I still got that? Just checking, have I still got that? Bloody hell, I have. I didn't realise I still had that. Anyway, where were we? Yord's there. Again, not the word. Oh, he's there, look. He's Plo Koon's there, look. There he is. I never noticed him when I watched it earlier on. There he is. Oh, Plo Koon's twin brother. I don't know. Maybe they all look alike from their planet. Is that racist? I don't know. But Yord's there as well, giving his briefing. She's fed up because she's in civilian Jedi clothes or something. By the way, she's got Pip with her, and is upset is Pip because she didn't have time to give him a lot of maintenance or something like that. But then this thing appears. There it is. Can't remember what it's called. Can't remember the name of the species. Windgrace will know. He'll tell me in a minute. But they're like otter-like creatures. And this is their guide. They can't use the Force to find Kelnacker. They've got to use a guide. Basically, he's a sniffer dog. He's a hound. It's this otter-like creature. Who has pronouns, apparently. There it roars, look at Pip. And then Pip, for some reason, squirts something at him. Hilarious. Anyway, so she goes over and talks to Jackie. There you go. And here we get the pronouns. The much anticipated pronouns part of the episode. And this is it. Is he or they with us? Why did she say it? Is it with us? If she didn't know. Why don't you just say, are they with us? You know, because sometimes you say that, you know, if you're not sure of a person's gender, you just call them they, don't you? Didn't say she. Could have been a she for all she knew. By the way, weirdly enough, Yorkshire and May are referred to as she in this. You know, there's none of this pronoun stuff. For an actress that identifies as non-binary, I just thought, well, that was peculiar. But anyway, so there we go. She's trying to get the weird aliens' pronouns right. Anyway, right, so here they've arrived at Kofar. Here we go, landing. Setting up camp and how many is there? Oh no, they're in like some village. There's like some spaceport or something. It's like the Kofar version of Mos Eisley or whatever. So they're good to go ask, you know. Basically, they go and ask the first person they meet, have you seen a big Jedi Wookiee, basically. He lives over there in them there trees. So off they go to them there trees. So how we're going to find him in all that? So obviously they've got a rag. Don't know where they got this from. Maybe from Kelnacker's quarters under his bed. They give it to eat. They to sniff, and off he goes. They gave it pronouns. They call it he the rest of the show. I won't pay any attention. So off it goes, right. So they need a tracker. This little thing. I can't remember what they call it. It's like Tarin or something. I can't remember what they call it. They need a tracker to find Kelnacker, but May and Kimia don't. They just know where he is. But these don't. They can't use the Force, you see, because the Jedi are the bad guys, essentially. It's called Basil. Basil. Oh, I should have remembered that, because I was thinking, did they name him Basil after Fawlty Towers? Basil the Rat, the episode. It could be a filigree Siberian hamster. If you know, you know. Anyway, right, so... Anyway. They're talking. Don't care what they're talking about. There you go. Maybe Sol brought you here to face her, much like Luke had to face Vader, etc. Right, they're going through. They're into the woods. Anyway, so they're going to the woods here. They see all these woods with these things on the trunks of the trees. It turns out these are creatures, some sort of, I don't know, like beetle or something like that. And we see them. They're all up in the trees, and there were a chance of a really good, exciting action scene here. But instead, we just got the Jedi murdering things. As we see, they're looking at these stuff. And Osha's got to touch one, hasn't she? She touches one. And Jackie calls her away. And as she walks away, it sets off. She's woken it up wherever it was. And it goes round. There we go. Heads up the tree trunk. So she's woke her. She can't not touch. She's like Sarah Harding in Jurassic World. Not Jurassic World. Lost World, Jurassic Park. Anyway. So let me hear. Creature snarls. And then the one she just woke up comes screeching towards him with its wings and all. It's like some sort of beetle or whatever. Straight away, Umbra moth. There we go. That's what it's called. He ignites his lightsaber immediately and just kills it. Here it comes through the trees. Whooshing, cuts it in half like a Geonosian in Attack of the Clones. And that's it. Dead. And I thought, well, they missed a chance here, didn't they? Have a really good action scene. Why didn't all the others wake up and they could be, bombarded with these giant beetles, and they've got to run for their lives because there's too many for them all to take on. They could run through the forest and get off track or whatever, and they actually lose Basil in this part. I think this part of the thing, they've lost Basil. He's too far ahead of them, and so they could have a bit, extend the episode a bit, where they're trying to find Basil because they've lost track of where he is because of the attack of the Umbra moths. But no, he just killed one of them. Went straight for the saber, strapped it to light. Why did she not try and stun it when it attacks instead of cutting it down with the lightsaber? Exactly. Well, Sol, why didn't you just use the Force and stop it in mid-air? But, no. Just killed it with the lightsaber. Because, Jedi are murderers. Aren't they? By the way, speaking of murderers, what's her face? Earlier on, Osha talked about May. She said she's a murderer, and Sol's like, yeah, but she's family, Vin Diesel style. So it's maybe murderer, but everything it's fine. In Star Wars, it doesn't matter if you're a murderer. You can destroy planets and kill millions of people, but you can still be redeemed. So why not in this? I'll give it that. Anyway, so off the go again. Umbra moth cheaters. Like I said, they could have done a great scene where they're being chased by hundreds of Umbra moths. $180 million budget. But anyway. Right. They're talking about... yes. She actually owns up here to, the death of that Umbra. She says she touched it. She shouldn't have done. She disturbed it. It woke up, and now it's dead because of her, says Osha. So I thought, fair enough. She's owning up to that. But then Jackie says, there we go. I disturbed it. Now it's dead. And then Jackie says, an honour to witness anyone transform into the Force. So basically, it's an honour to see the Jedi murder people. That's basically what she's saying. Unbelievable. She said she couldn't kill her sister before, and I'm going. She fired a stunner, not a ray gun. She fired a mist. Did she miss on purpose? Don't know. For a stun thing, it caused a pretty big blast, didn't it, in the previous episode? But anyway. Episode 2, wasn't it? Yeah. But anyway, he thinks her sister's a murderer, which she is. But according to Sol, it's his family. Pardon me. Right, they're talking away again, boring. So you've survived a lot. Oh, God. Right, is this back with... Yes, is it? Yes, we're back with Camilla and May here now, because remember, he knows the way. Is this it? Is hang on. She's got to have a rest. That's it. I remember now. May says she's got to have a rest, and he doesn't want her to have a rest. So he says, "I've got to rest." So she has to sit down. Then she's having doubts now. Attacking a defenseless person goes against everything the Jedi stands for, and all that stuff. But I think we're supposed to think that maybe the Jedi attacked, or killed all the witches in the previous episode. I don't know. She thinks it's impossible for her to kill Kelnacker without a weapon. Blah blah blah. But it's impossible. But anyway, so she's going to have a sit there and a ponder as the sun sets. Have they found Basil, or is it where they've lost him? Oh yes, they've lost Basil. But as I said, they should have had a bit where they've lost him because of the chase through the forest. Budget, they don't have enough budget. $180 million, you know, was it $22-ish million an episode? Not enough to have a chase scene. So they've lost Basil, so they don't know where they're going. Maybe they can't use the Force. Meanwhile, Camille's calling mate. There you go. And thrilling music plays, but he gets caught in a trap. Here he is. Gets caught in a trap. I presume May's set this up as well. Don't know when she did this, but May's set this trap up. And there's a weird thing. Somebody interviewed. It's on YouTube or somewhere. I saw it on Geeks and Gamers Daily today. So what's today's Geeks and Gamers Daily? What day are we on? Wednesday the 19th of June. It says there. Wednesday the 19th of June. Geeks and Gamers Daily. Geeks and Gamers Daily. There's a clip of a woman that did an interview with these two, Manny Giacinto and Amanda Stenberg, and they were talking about this scene. And Amanda Stenberg said originally it was supposed to be her in the trap and not Camilla. And I thought, well, how does that work? Because she's trapped Camilla, so she's decided she's had a change of heart all of a sudden. But I watched that today as well. Cool. I try and watch it every day. It's one of my ritual things. It comes on at like tea time here for us, 4 p.m. And it's kind of my part of my routine to watch Geeks and Gamers Daily. But anyway, she's had a change of heart suddenly. I don't know if it's genuine or what. I don't know. I think it is from what we see. There you go. I don't need to keep this deal, she says. She says she's going to turn herself over. She's going to find Kelnacker, turn herself over to the Jedi, and, basically own up to everything she's done. And he's like, oh no, the Master will kill you and all that stuff. And they hear something, I can't remember what. I think Basil makes a screech, he finds somebody. But anyway, they're talking about blah 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 nonsense. Thrilling music playing. May gets to kill Knacker's. That's it. Yes, May trips up, falls head first into these things, and then she finds Basil, filigree Siberian hamster, and hey little buddy, and so he screams, and they hear his scream. There we go, calls out Ross, so they go, oh, is that way? So they're heading there. Kelnacker's hovel just happens to be there. Anyway, she goes in, and she's calling out, Master Kelnacker, she says, and she sees him in his chair. And he's here. Who's she saying that to? I don't know. But herself, talking to herself, maybe. Hang on, does it show us? And she sees what's happened to him. Hang on. Have I gone too far? Let's go back again. Yes, there we go. And we see he's being killed with a lightsaber across his chest. So Kelnacker's dead. So the Master, we presume it's the Master that's killed Kelnacker. So it's a case of do as I say, not as I do, obviously, with the Master, because he's killed him with a weapon. And that's why she's saying he's here, because she's saying the Master's here, isn't she? That's what she's saying it for. Then they arrive, she looks out, and then is it Yorda? I don't know, I can't remember his bloody name. Charlie Bartlett, whatever his bloody name is. He gets his, what do they call him? His, come out with your hands up. What do they call them? Like a megaphone. Is that what they call him? He gets his megaphone out, or his Force megaphone, and says, by the order of the Jedi, you must come out with your hands up. Basically, what he says, basically. And And then they hear a noise, and they turn round. I don't know, I think, did it descend? Or did it just appear out of the... No, it don't. No, it just floats down, doesn't it? Is it going to show us? There we go. Float. Is it floating down? Ooh. A very slim frame, which makes me think, maybe it's not Kimia, maybe. But anyway, it comes up behind. This is Smilo Wren, by the way. Comes up behind Yorkshire. As I said, not very wide shoulders, not very mannish shoulders. This is why I'm thinking it's going to be a woman. It's either going to be, some people have suggested, spoilers for what might come, that it's going to be Jodie Turner-Smith. Can't remember her name in the character name. Jodie Turner-Smith, and it's going to be a "I am your mother" bad meat sequence where she take the helmet off. Could be her, or it could be the other one that carried them. Again, I can't remember. Coral, I remember her name. With the horns. The Zabrak woman. It could be her. There's another mother. I am your mother. I bet they filmed several of them. I bet there's loads of scenes where they've just filmed people taking the helmet off saying, I am your mother. I am your mother. I am your father's brother's cousin's former roommate, etc. Anyway, turns round. As I said, it reminds me of the David Cronenberg character in Nightbreed, an overrated film. But anyway, there we go. Also a bit, I say it looks like Kylo Ren's. That's why they call it Smilo Ren, don't they? Because it's like Kylo Ren's, his helmet after it got broken and remade. Kind of like that, isn't it? Anyway, ignites the lightsaber, then all the other Jedi ignite their lightsabers. Look, they're all. I mean, we got a blue one. I'm surprised, because it's out in Pride Month. Why didn't they have them in the Pride colours for the flag? You'd have thought they would, wouldn't you? It's there. It's begging to be done, isn't it? If this is supposed to be the gayest Star Wars, you'd have thought they'd have done the lightsabers in the Pride flag, or as close to it as they could. Because they couldn't have a red one. Or they could have had it from Smilo Ren's point of view, with his lightsaber up here at front. And wherever the red is in the Pride... Is the red in the Pride flag? I don't know, probably. Anyway, they should have done that, in my opinion. Is that Plo Koon over there? I don't know, I can't make it out. Anyway, they've all ignited their lightsabers anyway. Hang on, I've missed it. Hang on, there we go. And... Alright, it throws Yorkshire using the force, or it throws Yorkshire using the force. Looking at the hand. Is it a male hand or a female hand? I don't know, I can't really tell. I think it's going to be, the guiding us that it's Camilla, or the clues that it's Camilla, or it's going to be a big red herring, I think. I think it's going to be somebody that we don't know. So it throws her, and then all the Jedi come running, and he does a push, throws all them, just like that. And then it ends. There we go. Directed by Alex Garcia Lopez. Who was it written by? Them two. And Sunday, there were another question, another thing I saw on, it might be Geeks and Gamers Daily again, about her. Somebody asked her about something, and she replied on Twitter, and I can't remember what it was, but it was a budgetary reason, she said, or story, and I can't remember what the question was, and she said it could be to do with budget or story. I can't remember what it was, and they were saying budgetary reason, that's $180 million. But anyway, so there we go, that's the end of that episode. Not good. Not good in my opinion. Boring. Not terrible. I've seen worse, but it's just boring for the most part. And the dialogue was awkward and stilted. But anyway, I'm going to get to the cast list. I've missed it, haven't I? Just to show you that it is... what's his face? Oh, hang on. Where's the cast list? They put them later. There we go. Tiny little writing, Master Kiadi Mundi, Derek Arnold. So there we go. Not getting a fight scene of it. Well, this is it. Is it good? Are we going to get it next week? Next episode, we're going to get a big fight scene, or is it just going to? Are we just going to skip over that, or will the master have just disappeared? You know, will he in the distraction of throwing them away? Will he like float off? It them there. I've no idea. We'll see next week, won't we? But don't know. But much like May used pocket sand in episode 2, this one's done a similar thing. Pocket sand, but pushing them away. But again, that's a clue that it's Jodie Turner-Smith, because she did that in last week's episode, didn't she? Using the thread to push people away. So is that a clue? That's it. I think it's going to be. I think all the clues are going to be a red herring, and it's going to be somebody we've never heard of. That's what I think. Anywho, so there we go. So that's the end of episode 4. Not a great episode. Quite boring. And with terrible dialogue and like just Jedi murdering poor creatures, just because for. I don't know, but there we go. So yeah, it's not great. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. Better than last week's episode, but that's not saying much because last week's episode was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. But you know, but it wasn't. You know, it was the second worst episode because just things in it didn't make any sense. Why did they need a tracker? Why did they need a dog to go and find Kel Nacker? Didn't they know where he was? If he were posted there, didn't they keep track of him? Obviously not. So the Jedi needed a tracker, but May and Kimia didn't need a tracker. I think Kimia was supposed to have found him previously, hadn't he? For some odd reason. Again, trying to tell us that Kimia is Smilo Ren. Dunno. Anyway. Oh, pardon me. Popcorn burps. But anyway, no, not very good. But we're halfway. So we'll see what happens next week. Keep plodding on through it. It's on 14%. Let's check and see what it's Rotten Tomatoes scores up to. It dropped down to 14%. Let's have a look. The Acolyte. What's that? Go away. Oh, pizza. The Acolyte. Where are you? Oh, bog off! I thought it's bloody telling me you've got an ad blocker. Yes, I bloody know I have. Right. Where are you? Star Wars, The Acolyte. What's it on? It's still on 14%. There we go, I'll show you. There we go. Still on 14%. The lowest any Star Wars has got. Even the Holiday Special's got a higher score than that. I thought it might have gone up a bit after this episode. With this episode not being quite as bad as last week's, I thought it might have gone up a few points, but it hasn't done yet, has it? So, what's the Holiday Special? What's that got? What's that up to? Star Wars Holiday Special, 1978. What's that one? 22%. So, cool. That's a lot better, isn't it?